back to another 29 Days of Freya. Today we are going to be talking about offerings and some kind of suggestions and ideas that I have, as well as a little bit of info from this lovely booklet. Let's go ahead and get into the topic. So I already talked a little bit about color associations and stuff earlier on. Now I kind of want to go into like each aspect that I've worked with and kind of what you can use. So obviously with the main Freya aspect, sort of the silver and gold thing that still kind of goes onward. So any kind of like jewels, shiny things that are silver and gold, just jewelry, really anything of that sort could be good. If you have earrings or something, or a representation of the Brisingamen could be quite nice. So like amber. You can also put flowers. It said Freya likes a lot of flowers. I personally connect with the sunflower a lot, or just colors that are warmer and brighter, and even pinks sometimes I think she likes. What else? Also, since I see her associated with birds, or I have a lot of bird energy in my life, I usually leave feathers for her, so maybe a white feather could work, or like a brown one. Especially since she has sort of that shapeshifter cape thing, or like her feathers that she uses to shapeshift. You could also put pictures of her up. If you have a statue, you could put that up. I would say homemade items are usually the best, but if you don't have things that are homemade, that's okay too. I have noticed a lot when I looked online, there were arguments between people about whether you can leave like dead things on the altar for her. So like, let's say bones or dead flowers, dead plants, things like that. And because she's a goddess of beauty, a lot of people were arguing that you couldn't do that, or that would be disrespectful. In my personal opinion, since she's also a death goddess and she has first hand pick of the slain, I personally don't think she has a problem with it. I think she sees the beauty in everything, and it's about going within to really look at these harder emotions and see what sort of gold or what sort of treasure we can find within these hard, difficult times. So I personally don't think putting things like that on your altar is bad, but again, to each their own. So next, obviously, you can put stuff to do with the elements if you like. So the Mardal energy really connects with water. The Geffen energy connects very well with the earth. For air, her whole like fly shapeshifter self connects with that really well. And fire, of course, she's a fiery spirit, so hell yeah. Even the war kind of aspect of her could really connect good with that. Also put things that are connected to seashells, since the Mardal aspect really connects with the ocean and the sea to me. So maybe even a lighthouse if you wanted to. You could put black sand or just sand on your altar for that. I also like to put crystals on my altar. So personally right now I have the, what is it, like the pyrite or whatever, the fool's gold. I just think it's an interesting thing because she's a shapeshifter goddess, so it's kind of like that idea of like tricking people into think they're getting something but then like not having it. And also she really loves gold, so I don't know, I just thought it's a funny piece to have on it. You can add things that have to do with the Norse mythology as well, since she is a Norse goddess. So if you want to have like runes on your altar, you can. If you want like things like books and stuff that have to do with the tales, poetry, whatever you want, artwork that's Norse related or Freya related. Really, it's, as I said, up to the user who's got it, who's putting the altar together. You can put mirrors on there too. I find she has a very strong connection to mirrors. You can put perfumes because she likes perfume, makeup if you want. Totally up to you. So those are just some of the few kind of things that I connect with on my altar with Freya, but I wanted to kind of go through this booklet to read through more like associations for ideas where you can put on your altar. So the first set of things we're going to go through is herbs. So I'm going to go through these really quickly. The first one they have in here is Angelica. So it says that it is well connected to ancestors, healing abilities, energies of the sun, which in the series I talked about how she's connected to the sun. Nords would wear these wreaths of flowers as a crown to inspire themselves and kind of connect them to their own confidence. It was a protective herb. It can be used in many different things like incense, bath water, or healing rituals. The next one is Arnica. So this herb is associated after a wolf. It was known to be utilized for midsummer rituals, and it has also been used in healing salves, to treat sprains, sore muscles. Yeah, so another kind of healing herb. Next one listed is Calendula. So these flowers are known to follow the sun during the day, so another sun-related, herb. They are considered traditional flowers for the autumnal equinox, or holy harvest, which is a good time to honor the veneer. It is represented of undying love and believed to be a plant capable of producing magical love since it provides and puts forth new blossoms all season long. It is also known to be harvested at noon and will have the ability to comfort, gladden, and strengthen the heart. Next one is cowslip. And this is another one connected with the sun. This herb has always been associated with the feminine forces of Venus and the sun. Freya was the cowslip's earliest northern patron, and much of its lore is specifically about our Vanic goddess. According to folklore, the goddess was known to carry a small golden key, symbol of the cowslip, tucked away within her crown. This tiny magical tool was associated with Freya's ability to unlock both the human heart and the power of the earth, thereby waking the slumbering elements of nature for the forthcoming fertility of the growing season. So it's considered important for Ostara rituals, and it celebrates the dawn of day and the sun's cycle. So yeah. We have a lot of sun energies with these plants here. So there are plenty of more herbs in here, but I am just going to move on. If you want this book, it's not that expensive. It's on, It's on Amazon. That's where I got it from. So I'm gonna move on to stones real quick. So of course, the first stone we have up is amber. Obviously, there's connection and stories with her tears turning to amber or to gold, the Brisingamen being made out of amber or gold. It's a very fiery piece of crystal as well. And interestingly enough, it's considered one of the oldest stones for healing. So obviously connected to Freya. Next one we have is Bloodstone. It was believed to increase strength, courage, confidence, and endurance. It's considered a stone of healing, which may aid in decreasing flow of blood. It also has a reputation for increasing prosperity and is thought to aid in legal matters or court cases. The next one is Flint, which is of course associated with fire. This stone's connected for its powers of protection and healing and was hung over windows and doorways. Another one we have is Lapis Lazuli, which is interesting because it was often mentioned in relationship with Odin, as well as Ansu's rune. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. It is said to be a mental and spiritual opener, aiding one in receiving both the message of the hidden mind and inspiration of the gods. It is deemed to bring joy, opening one's ability to give and receive love. Healing and bringing harmony to mind and body are also within the scope of its abilities. So yeah, those are just a couple of things. Like I said, if you wanted to pick up this book, it definitely has a lot of associations connecting with Freya. I would recommend you check it out. I hope that at least one of these things gives you kind of a guide to figuring out what to get if you want to pick up some things for your altar, or if you want to offer something up to Freya. Those items could definitely be helpful. If you have any suggestions for offerings, please put that down below, as I'm sure everyone will find that interesting. And yeah, that is basically it. So I will see you guys in the next 29 days of Freya. Much love, and goodbye.